YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back finally in the Alarielle campaign. Yes, I did a live stream on it, kind of, the other day. I was pretty clear at the beginning of the live stream that it was just because I had lost the save file. I was just playing to get back to close to the same spot. It's not going to be the same spot because obviously no two campaigns equal out the same. And I still had comments in the live stream, like after it posted, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were separating the live streams." Like, people get so mad. It's like, dude, I told you right in the beginning. Just playing back and wanted to see if people was going to join in. Yeah, so we're going to record this one like normal. So, obviously, where the last one left off was a little bit ahead of here in terms of we had finished the Ritual of the Seafarer. I haven't even technically finished the Ritual of Prophecy, but I've gone back and gained the territory. And I figured just for fun on this episode, I'll go ahead and hit the rituals. We'll get to fight some chaos, burn through some turn-ins. I can explain, you know, what's gone differently this time versus the last time I played. And then from there, on the next episode, we'll be ready to go ahead and put to sea about like we were, and we'll sail over to Nagarond and pay a visit to our nasty dark elf cousins and teach them a lesson. So that is what we will do. Power drain. Anyway, so let me go ahead and hit a turn end here. Just gonna save money through the end of this turn. So what's going on differently here? I did not go take the land from Safari before Tyrion got it, which was a little frustrating because there's gemstones and lead that I really wanted to have access to, so that was irritating. Or iron, whatever it is. I think it's iron. So yeah, that was frustrating, but as usual, Tyrannok and Illyrion ended up fighting with me for no apparent reason, so I got Illyrion to confederate with me, and Tyrannok, I believe, has just one last settlement here, which is Griffin Gate, but they can't recruit anything from it, and I've just been ignoring it until I feel like taking it. But yeah, the reason why I have so many heroes in a couple of these armies is because whenever I confederated with Illyrion, we picked up all these heroes. And I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. So that's what we decided to do. And that's kind of how this one went different than the last one. So yes, I do have some Lore Masters of Hoeth. I have access to Sword Masters of Hoeth, though I'm not using them just yet. I can, and I probably will be soon, but right now I've just got these lions. But check out my cavalry. I built the special... This was one thing I wanted you all to see. So I built the... I guess we didn't have to build it in this settlement, but we built the farrier here. And then I built up this building, the cattle ranch, which gives us huge buffs to our cavalry. It's really fantastic. And then there's actually another building that we can build in the capital here, which will generate a ton of income and take away even more upkeep and provide some extra garrison. So pretty excited about this. My cavalry, if you look at it, we just got a sick charge on those silver helms with shields, 90 charge. If we can somehow get their weapon strength buffed up, it will be pretty slick. So we're going to go ahead and tip off the first ritual here.
The ritual is underway, my lord.
I figured, yeah, they're probably... Okay, now hang on, it's just showing where we're at here. Shut up, ugly.
Be wary, though, for while the vortex is weakened...
That is so weird. They spawn in the most random places. Like, sometimes they're right inside the ring. Sometimes they spawn outside the ring. I can't seem to ever predict it. Anyway, their spawn position's nothing to be concerned about. It's going to be quite easy to deal with. So let's see here. I was going to top off this army. I know this Lothern Seaguard has a ton of rank, but I'm going to go ahead and boot it because I want the ones with shields.
Welcome.
And really, these guys are going to be my backline protection. I've got cavalry and I've got the Lothern Seaguard with shields, so they're kind of like additional infantry units. That leaves me at 18 total units. I'm trying to think what else, if anything, I want to put in this army. I'd kind of like to have some artillery, but I don't have the appropriate building. We can probably build it out here and then get that artillery here soon. Yeah, we could build the Elven Forge. And then there's a special building here that we'll go ahead and kick off as well, which gives me the Aethelmar chariots. Kind of doubles that one, but it'll be okay because it's a specialty building too, and I don't really need to put anything else out in this settlement. Though we do need to build up the walls and protect this one. Let's see, got that. Let's Put that in. So yeah, money-wise, everything's good. This is my second army. It's just kind of the leftover troops that I was using with Alarielle. So we should be able to easily protect against this chaos invasion. I was kind of hoping I could get Trace to confederate with me, but they're kind of being butts. They don't like me, but we'll try some confederation here on the next turn. I know Tyrion won't because he's too strong, but I'm hoping that we can kind of talk some of the other factions into it and eventually get Tyrion to give in. Because I'd like to be able to control Tyrion. Valyrian Horsemaster speed. That's pretty cool. It's only 5% speed, but still kind of neat. Let's use up some of our influence to grab that. And it says we can assign it to the right army, which let's go in here. I'm probably assign it to Alarielle. She's already got all these banners, though. I wonder if you can put it on one of these other ones. Doesn't look like it. I think it has to go on Alarielle. Reload skill's kind of cool. The Lion Standard's not that big a deal. This one's not a very big deal either. I mean, I'd probably like the speed on a couple of units more than I would a little bit of fire damage on one unit. Plus we have that speed plus 15%, which we could probably move around. Yeah, once we get into battle, I can reassign those banners. We can put that speed on one of our silver helms too, which overall would end up giving us a 20 buff to speed, which would be pretty spectacular. I'm gonna go ahead and build up to this Temple of Cerium so we can get access to Phoenix units. Should be a lot of fun. Looks like this. I see one of the chaos. Okay, one of them's gonna go south and the other one's gonna go around this way. So our two armies, we should be able to head them off. I was just making sure that Evershale didn't get bushwhacked. The Sword of Kane is at its shrine. I control it. I used it for a little while. We're going to hang on to it, and when we show up in Nagaron, we'll take possession of it, and we'll wreck the elves with their own twisted sword. They're the Dark Elves. Should be pretty fun, actually. I'm looking forward to it.
Isha honors.
Okay, finish the technology. So upkeep lowers now for silver helms. Economy's going way up, so we can honestly afford better units in both these armies, and I will at some point. I'm just not in any big hurry because what we have right now should be more than sufficient. We're going to put this Guardian on our Handmaiden. She can now help protect Alarielle, who is otherwise a pretty squishy target. Going to go ahead and upgrade the walls here because Tor Rock is going to be pretty important to us, and we want to give it as good a protection as we can. I've got protection at every single one of my settlements at this point, with walls to slow down any chaos armies that might spawn right on top of us. So I've purposefully put that into place. Got to continue our research. I don't have any eagles, so I'm not worried about that. Illyrian Reavers I'm not concerned with. Armor for spearmen, archers, and sea guards could be cool, especially for the sea guards, really. And then that one, the precise fletching, would also be quite useful. Let's keep getting through this first ritual. Oh, I forgot to go try and do some confederation. Kind of just want to end turns, though, so I can fight these chaos. It's going to take them forever to walk around that island. That was kind of a strange spawn point. I've seen it go over there before, but like I said, sometimes it pops up like right here. I can't seem to find a rhyme or reason to it. If you all know how that spawning works, I would be very appreciative if you could explain it to me. I suppose I should go out and do some Googling, and someone can probably tell me if a relationship exists. Holy cow, look at the stats on these Sea Guard. They are stacked. 62 defense. They're going to be like untouchable. 51 weapon strength. Man, that is spectacular. Love playing the High Elves. High Elves and Dwarves, man, I really get a kick out of these two factions. I don't know why so much, but I just do. I think the dwarves is probably because of all the machines and artillery and like explosions and flamethrowers. Like I think that's probably what gets me with the dwarves. And in single player you can use all of those and have a whole bunch of fun with them. And I think it's probably the same thing with the elves. Like they have all these really cool like high tier units that you don't get to use like a ton of them in multiplayer, but you can sure as heck use them on single player and get quite a lot of fun out of all that. Okay, Defender of Oath 1. Hang on, a province was lost. That's no good. Where did we lose a province on Oath 1? Outer Reach. Oh, okay, Elysia. Elysia, yeah. We need to go out there and take that because it's got some logs, and then there's furs here too. Let's see what we can do with Trace real quick.
I will receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix King.
They're at war with this other faction here. It's really irritating. They don't really have any allies though, so I have a trade agreement with them though. That's the only annoying thing. I'm just gonna ignore them for now. They're not worth my time at the moment. We'll just go take that settlement because I want it. We're gonna go ahead and kick the crap out of Chaos here so we can use our prince here. This one's named after one of my viewers from the stream, Prince Kai. So this was actually the lord that we picked up from Alarielle. So that's where the name partly came from there. I think Kai was a huge supporter, so I named it for him. If you join the streams, we do fun stuff like that. It's a pretty good time. I did a Surviving Mars stream the other day, which I know not all of you are into. That's fine, because my channel is obviously mainly focused around Total War. But yeah, we did a Surviving Mars stream where I was naming the colonist after all the people on the stream. It was pretty hilarious, man. It was a lot of fun. So again, I know it's not for everybody, but if you haven't come to one of the live streams, you should come. It's fun. I try and make it a good time. You can always just lurk in the comments. You don't have to participate, but you know, if you want to participate, it's a heck of a lot of fun, and I really enjoy getting to interact with the people who join.
Ever vigilant, Prince of Oath One.
Let's see here.
As you say.
Group these guys up. All right, we should be able to wreck these guys pretty hard. Don't think it's going to be terribly difficult. That big like piece of stone right in the way. Oh, they got a hell cannon. Speaking of wreck. Oh, that's going to hurt. Well, if it hit, it would have hurt. Fortunately, it didn't hit. We need to get within range of the hell cannon, so I'm going to pull up, and as soon as we're in range of the hell cannon, I'm going to go ahead and we should be able to shoot it out pretty quickly.
Moving out.
Let's move up right in front of this rock. That should put my archers in range. Yeah, these Southern Sea Guard here, the Storm Riders, they can fire while moving, which is a pretty awesome trait.
Understood. It shall be done.
The Chaos are going to sit back because their cannon gives them the ranged advantage. But I'm about to get within range of their cannon, and we're going to quickly put... Okay, yeah, they realize that they don't want to sit back. I figured they would soon realize that. I'm going to go up here and try and just go get in the way of a bunch of these. Let's do a Burning Gaze of Shim. Come on, shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot them. Oh my goodness. How long does it take? Curse of the Midnight Wind. We'll just curse everything there. And I'm going to swing these Sea Guard over here in order to hit that cannon. We'll engage those Chaos Warriors. Not the best matchup, taking Spearmen into Chaos Warriors, but... These Sea Guards are going to be just brutally effective in combat. We're going to hit that Chaos Sorcerer. Yeah, go ahead and charge my Sea Guard. See how that 81 melee defense works out for those Warhounds. I mean, these Warhounds are going to get absolute... Look at them just getting destroyed. Their Lord's getting peppered by all my archers now. I'm going to bring my Lothern Sea Guard in here to support this fight a little, because it's a bit more desperate than I would like. Oh man, those Chaos Warriors wrecked my Dryads so bad. They won't have as an easy time with these Storm Riders. The Storm Riders will give them a pretty decent fight. Let's finish taking out the Hell Cannon. Yeah, those guys. Those hounds. They got wrecked. Let's do...
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Let's heal up this blob. We broke through here. Let's transfer over into that fight. Their lord got shot up and basically killed. Yeah, look at that. The Sea Guard owned those guys. Same thing over here. Sea Guard's owning, even in melee. I love Sea Guard, man. You get the right buffs and the right technology on Sea Guard, and they are just ludicrous. They are so good. So good. People better be grateful that they can't get made this awesome in multiplayer, or else the High Elves would be like the most infuriating faction to play. But there we go. Didn't expect anything besides a decisive victory, but figured it would be fun to go try out these Sea Guard in melee. The Storm Riders are an awesome unit. Man, that melee defense when you get martial prowess on there and stuff. Oh my goodness, you see that? It was 80 melee defense. I mean, they're almost unhittable, except for like by a really good charge. That's gonna be the only thing that hurts them. Do we have a military access with Trace?
Your words shall
No.
reach the Phoenix throne. Choose them
Just want
carefully.
military access. Of course, they're not gonna offer it to me. Whatever, I'll just trespass you then. See if it
Defend
stops
of the
me.
Everqueen.
I'm not that proper. Get your Rannon's Thunderbolt.
Dispatch me for the Everqueen.
So long, puppets of losers.
A noble victory. My strength is rewarded.
Foebane gave us a bonus versus large. That could be a fun weapon. I'm gonna get over here. This will put us at war with Norska, which... Or Scaling, sorry. Scaling. They shouldn't be too hard to put out of their misery, though. We could just go raise their settlements. And we should be perfectly capable of that. Alright. The other Chaos is marching around. They're gonna come this way. I can't remember if I have military access with Tyrion. Yes, we do. Or no, we just have a non-aggression pact.
At your welcome. What brings you here?
I think he's been asking me for military access. I don't want to give it to him, per se. I'll give it to him, I guess.
Well.
Alright, Tyrion, I suppose. Don't say I'm not nice. I want to build the court of the Everqueen, so I'm just going to save up my cash. I could recruit the artillery into her army. Actually, I'm going to, because we got a couple turns.
Isha's chosen.
It's going to have to be via the global pool, but that will happen rather quickly.
A faithful servant.
Let's get the Spirit Leech.
A noble heart.
And stimulate growth.
Of one's finest.
Finish Bowmaster. And end our turn. Alright, so we're gonna go take this other settlement. I'll declare war on Norska. We'll sail over real quick, Scaling. And Norska Light is what I should call them. And then we'll just wreck their settlements. That way they can't keep coming back. Does anybody know where are the start positions for Throg? Throg and Wolfric on this map? Out of curiosity. Does anybody know where they start? Do they start like over here? I have no idea where they start. I need to go look. Could be kind of interesting to see where they start. It's probably more interesting than where they start on the old world map. Oh no, this is the Vortex Campaign. Never mind, they don't start here. My bad. Sorry, I was thinking Mortal Empires, and yeah, they'd both start in basically the same spot. Never mind, I remember. I am confused, as usual.
Journeying.
I am just confused as usual. Anyway, we'll move up here, take care of that. We recruited our artillery. Chaos actually swung around this way towards the arc span, which is actually unguarded. So that's not a bad target for him.
We shall march.
It's not unguarded. It just hasn't gone up to tier 3, so it doesn't have walls yet. So let's see, tier 5. Let's go ahead and build that. Could be cool to get some chariots if we end up fighting real infantry heavy faction. Or no, hang on. I was saving my holy blood voyage. Yeah, it's a good thing we got defenses. All right, change of plans.
Faithful servant. Ready to march.
Change of plans. Get moving back home. Totally forgot about this blood voyage, and that's going to be a nasty one too. So we'll have to take care of that. That's actually kind of crap timing, to be perfectly honest. Court of the Everqueen, not yet. Okay, let's end another turn, then we should have plenty of money for the Court of the Everqueen. Yeah, that blood voyage is going to be a nasty piece of business to take down. Oh well, it'll be fun. You gotta love those big battles. It's one of the things I love about the Warhammer 2 campaign is you get these huge battles a lot, and it's something that's just, it's so much better than a lot of the other Total Wars where you really don't get a lot of big battles. Don't get me wrong, AI still has its moments where it's just straight up disappointing.
Queen of Avalon.
They're gonna wreck the arc span before I can get there. They won't even care that it ends up resulting in their death, but they won't come fight me.
Further onward.
Watch, I'll come down here where even if they fight me, all of my units will be tired in the beginning of combat. They'll just hit the arc span and then turn around, and I'll end up catching them and destroying them on the next turn, but it'll make them feel good about themselves. Those are some of the things about the AI that really aren't still any better. They're not very strategic. They're clearly programmed to just find the weakest link and go for it. And it just, like, there's no strategy to what the AI is doing to you. They just go for the weak spot. If they don't think you're there, they just go. And some people might think that, maybe that's good. You know, maybe it makes it simple, but I don't know. I think it makes it lame because then they're just too predictable. Every now and then they will do something that surprises me, but it's fairly rare. But like I said, I do like the fact that you get to fight a lot of huge battles. Actually, check that out. See, there they go. They surprise me. Here's what we'll do. We'll try and trick them into coming ashore somewhere
Ever onward.
by trying to use an ambush stance. That way we can take them down. The Blood Voyage is ashore, and we need to get here to Thordrenil before it gets sieged. Salvation Isles. Yeah, I mean, all these places can at least hold out for a turn unless they get attacked directly. But I can only reach there on a forced march, which means all my troops are going to be tired entering combat. That's really not good. I think we'd be better off to just slow our march. And, like, for instance, we could slow our march right here by this bridge. That way, if the Blood Voyage actually were able to attack me, which it doesn't show that they'd be able to, I'd have the fortified position on the bridge crossing, which would be very helpful. Okay. Let's see. Blood Voyage is tough because remember that all their units in the Blood Voyage are unbreakable. So you either kill them in the fight that you're in, or they get you. So those Hargoneth Executioners, unbreakable.
My powers grow.
Makes them extremely potent.
Your decree.
Extremely potent.
Garrisoning.
Alright, now we get the benefit of garrisoning. And these guys were dumb enough to come ashore, which means that they're not going to be caught and they're going to be exhausted. So these puppets of chaos, Alarielle is going to wreck them. I got to play this so that I can use my silver helms. I really want to try out these 90 charge silver helms on some of the chaos infantry. Should be pretty entertaining. And we should be able to deploy and take out their hell cannon relatively quick as well. Got the Sisters of Avalorn for like the Lord sniping armor piercing piece. It's actually a crossing battle. That's kind of cool. It's a really pretty map. The river and like the crossing and stuff. This looks sweet. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna put the lions here, but we'll put our artillery... What we'll do is we'll pretty much hide all of our units here in the woods.
Northern Sea Guard.
Yes.
Of one's queen.
Silver Helms.
That way there's really nothing for their Hell Cannon to fire at. And we'll actually go one step further. I'm gonna move these guys back just a hair so that hopefully the Hell Cannon fires at the dragon. There's no guarantee of that, but sometimes you can trick him into that.
By your command. It will be done.
Move the Hell Cannons up and I'll take the dragon up to run distraction. Yeah, they're shooting at the dragon. AI likes to shoot at the closest target a lot of times. They'll switch occasionally, but you can use stuff like this, like when you hide your units, you can trick them into shooting something different. Ooh, we got even more Silver Helms that came in. But you can see their stats not quite as sick as the ones that I have. All those Marauder Horsemen are not something I really want to get terribly tangled up with. Actually, golly, you gotta move up even further. That Hell Cannon does outrange us by a pretty good amount. Alright, here comes the Eagle Claws. We should now have easy shots on the Hell Cannon. And if you use the standard bolt on the Eagle Claws, it is very good against enemy artillery. Very good. A few good hits on this Hell Cannon and it'll explode. See, it got hit a couple of times there, and the damage done is pretty tremendous. And then that'll take away... I'm actually kind of surprised it hasn't blown up yet. But it did force them to attack, which we'll take. Move. Ouch.
Silver Helms.
See if we can give these guys a burninating. Yes! Burninating the countryside. There we go. I'm gonna use these Silver Helms to just blob up all their units because these are just garrison units.
Battle pause.
And their lives mean very little to me.
Acknowledged. It will be done. For our flag.
Alright, we'll just send those Silver Helms in, and then we'll put the Lothern Sea Guard in here on defensive. Oh, hold on. I'm almost forgetting here. Alarielle's got banishment. I want to use it. I can't remember if I put her on a steed yet. I think I was just waiting to put her on the eagle. So I'm not sure if she can get up here in time, but I'll try it. Come on, Alarielle. Oh, yeah. Go. Come on. Get into a blob. Come on. Stop going into the empty areas with no troops. Are you kidding? It's like that was staged. Look at that. The banishment like avoided their troops, like stayed right in front of them for the most part. How lame.
He shall guide me.
It only got 78 kills. That should have gotten hundreds of kills.
By Alarielle. Silver Helms. For Lothar.
Alright. Let's find a good... Ooh, I see it. Here comes the Dragon Breath right here. This is going to be a good one. Yes. Maybe, because he's going to target towards the back of that. Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. It was still pretty good. It wasn't bad. Let's Arcane Unforge the enemy lord.
Eagle Claw
Eagle Claws are just pounding away on this infantry.
for our ancestors.
Alarielle the Evergreen.
There we go. We got him with the Arcane Unforging. Oop. Hang tight here real quick. Let's bring the Sea Guard up.
Without question.
We can use the Sea Guard to take out these Marauder Horsemen that are rolling in.
One's queen.
Orders received. For Cerium.
Take him out. Don't let him charge me.
Withdraw.
Woo! Point blank. Look at the desperation on the part of Chaos here.
God's watch. Do not disgrace us.
Alright, so there we go. The only unit they have left is this Hell Cannon, and there's probably like a single stunty out here that's about to get his head. Yep, he's gone. Always the last stunty getting beheaded. So my dragon had a fun day there. Alarielle had a pretty decent banishment. Could have been so much better if it wouldn't have just like purposefully stayed in an empty spot with no Chaos troops. That was kind of frustrating. My Eagle Claw bolt throwers had a nice opening performance there, and then everybody else just sat in the woods roasting marshmallows or something. Here we go.
We are triumphant.
Okay, yeah, let's get these banners reset here. So Lion Standard was the immune to psychology. I'm gonna give that to the White Lions. The magic resistance. So I think about who might be prone to magic. Well, that's tough. I'll put on the Silver Helm because they might be out in front of the army and take a spell, and then we'll put the swiftness on them as well.
You forfeit your freedom.
Alright, there we go. So Puppets of Chaos are destroyed 2 turns,
Alarielle the
and we should be
Evergreen.
good. We can put her on her Great Eagle finally. So Alarielle gonna be considerably more mobile now.
Honesty itself.
This extra Light Wizard, I'm not gonna keep this in Alarielle's army forever. This is mostly just because I don't have another army to put her in right now, or put the Light Wizard in. Though we very well could. And this army's got artillery now, and it's actually pretty appropriate for going ahead and me taking the Griffin Gate. Without the artillery, it's a little more
Defender of the Everqueen.
involved.
A noble heart.
Let's see, Ward of Hoeth. Let's go ahead and do Evasion so we can get some other cool spells open. Thinking with this army, the global, I mean, 1 turn to get White Lions is worth it. So if these guys aren't going to attack me, I'm going to start ramping out some White Lions into this army and make that army considerably stronger. That probably would force the Blood Voyage to attack me, I would think. Or else I'm just going to get stronger and beat them down. Whereas if they attack me right now, I think it's going to be a pretty tough fight because I have very little infantry. It's just how good my insane Sea Guard could hold out against these doped up elves. I guess they can instant attack even with the walls. Yeah, they probably have a unit that has like the siege attacker trait, like this one I think does. Yep. Oh wow, yeah, that is a substantially powerful army. That is a powerful army. This sucks, because I spent a lot of time building up that settlement. They're just gonna raise it, a bunch of turds. Turds. We are not gonna beat that army with the current state of this one.
Defender of the Everqueen.
We will not. So I think what we can do though is just use that global recruitment. We'll only do it a couple of units at a time to try and minimize risk here, and we'll stay garrisoned.
Dispatch me.
They could just keep moving, and like High Vale is going to be really weak. It's
Alarielle,
unfortunate, but
Evergreen.
true.
Weep tears.
So this Blood Voyage will do a little bit of damage to me, but it shouldn't be terribly significant.
Defender of the Everqueen.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and recruit in 3 more lions. I don't have the money. We can get the money. Don't need that building. I don't need that one.
Your bidding.
Let's just get the lions in here. I'm still just maximum number of units into this army. Okay, good. Yeah, because we just took out 3, so
Their soul is pure.
stimulate growth. Let's do Foe Seeker.
A paragon of virtue.
Melkoth's Miasma. Research. Do this precise fletching.
Child of Isha, what do you
Okay.
seek?
We're actually, like, our ranking has come way up because we have the 2 armies now, and we have substantially more powerful units in those armies. The Blood Voyage is probably going to go get rid of the High Veil. I mean, that's what I would do if I were them. It's a pretty easy target. Fortunately for me, it's not going to be... wow, that's really strange. They did not do it. We've already watched this one, so if you want to see this clip, you can go back and check the previous episodes. And we're actually ready to kick off the ritual of the Seafarer, but we're not going to do it just yet. I know we've done it before, but we'll take care of that one in the next episode.
Alarielle the Radiant.
Improved power recharge. Why did that knock that off Alarielle? Is it because she got the new mount? We don't have time for this right now. This is actually a waste.
Moving.
We just don't have time for that. He's going to be going for Torren Rock, and because they have Siege Attacker, he can attack it. Now, we're going to fight that, and we'll try and fight them off the best we can. But until then, I need to get around here as quick as I can and try and make my way to Torren Rock and see if we can deter that.
Prince of Elf.
I think I'm just going to leave this army at Tordranil.
Where to?
No, I think I'll move up behind them and just lay an ambush.
Defender of the Phoenix.
And that way if they come back, we can ambush them. And then we'll go this way, so we'll still have our back covered. And then we'll go ahead and start the second ritual, like I said on the next episode, defend against the chaos. And then we'll be ready at that point, so I guess a couple episodes to really back to Nagaron, but this should be entertaining enough. I just didn't want to put this off any longer, and I didn't have time to just keep playing and playing to get back where we were at. I wanted to make you something. Yeah, there they go. They're going to waste time at the High Veil. This is good because they'll actually take damage in the process. I could fight that and manually cause as much damage as possible, but it's okay. Not worth our time right now. Those guys are now weak enough, actually, that I think this army that's in the ambush should be able to destroy them.
Honesty itself.
So I think that's what we're going to do. Hard to hit. Lore Master, Spirit. We got Spirit Leech and Healing. We've also got the Mage, the Lore of Heavens Mage. We can't actually reach these, the Blood Voyage, but we can put the scare on them and force them south now.
Mistress of the
And then Alarielle is about to be able to cut them off from this direction. They do not have the strength to take Torren Rock at this point, especially now that I can put it up to a tier 5. That's going to be super sweet. Alright, let's end a turn. Man, we lost some money losing those 2 settlements. I think the last on this one, I want to fight that Blood Voyage, and that'll be my last piece of this episode. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Want to fight me a Blood Voyage. Yeah, you would run. And they went to Force March, too, so they could stay ahead of me. They may try and run away, like, out to sea at Torren Rock. I don't know if they can actually put to sea from there or not. Come in behind them here.
Isha's chosen. Moving.
Go ahead and swing through. I'm going to have to end another turn and just see what these losers do. Come on! You're a Blood Voyage. You don't come all the way over here to run away. Just fight me. Just
What
fight.
matters do you wish to lay before the Everqueen?
I do not want a defensive alliance because you're at war. I'm not getting caught up in the internal affairs here. I know it's very normal high elf of me to get caught up in all these political affairs, but it's not gonna happen. Ooh, yeah, they're dead now. Good. Alright, so it won't be Alarielle that gets to fight them, unfortunately.
Alarielle, Everqueen.
Or maybe she will. Can she make it in as reinforcements? I don't think so.
Speak. For the king!
No, she can't, but that's okay. Armor piercing damage, put that extra bit on there.
I will lead the Asa.
Let's kill these Druki scum, and that'll be a nice ending point to this episode. Yeah, they should be pretty easy to handle now because we'll have plenty of units to focus on their Black Dragon and their Hydra with. And although 3 Executioners are still probably more than a match for our White Lions, we'll be in decent shape. Oh, these Lions are terrible. Our Sea Guard's actually stronger as a front line. I think we'll just put these guys as a front line because a direct charge from those Dark Elf units would leave us devastated. Let's do this. We'll put these archers far enough back.
Prince of Elfwan.
As you say.
Prince of Elfwan.
Alright.
It will be done.
Put all these guys on defensive. Okay.
Move tireless.
Let's push up. We've got significant ranged advantage. Let's actually fall back just a little bit to like right here where we're not fighting them straight uphill. Their dragon's just coming for it, and he probably will. But if we can, yeah, if we can take this position, it'll be a lot better for us. We won't be fighting straight uphill. The unfortunate thing is this reposition cost me the ability to get some precious volleys off here. What do they have? Okay. Alright, everybody get repositioned, get repositioned. The Sea Guard are in position. I'll probably Spirit Leech that dragon if it gets too close to me. That's a cold one, Dread Knight. That's gonna hurt so bad. I think we're just gonna focus out the dragon. I'm gonna actually target their infantry. That's to the dragon. Lore Master. Put some hurt on that dragon. Ooh, that hurt. That dragon charge does not feel good, folks. Okay, we just wrecked one of the executioners. Let's try and wreck the other one real quick. We are getting attacked by a Hydra. Let's send in reinforcements. Send Group 2 to take out the Hydra. Send in the White Lions as a second line.
White Lions.
Archers.
Alright, let's leave the Executioners alone. Kill the Shades with dual weapons. And I think we're in pretty good shape. We used the Lothern Sea Guard to absorb the charge of the enemy infantry, and it really worked. Like, their defense is just through the roof.
White Lions.
Let's see. Get the Hydra with a Spirit Leech. And then let's watch this. This should be pretty good. Woo! That had to hurt. It's Harmonic Convergence. Get a Channeling Spire. The Druki Lord is going down. And the combination of Lions and Sea Guard with Shield actually seems to be pretty potent. Alright, Druki Lord is out for the count.
Prince of
A channeling spire's not even really helping me get too much
One mage.
spun up here. We're gonna have to get the arcane conduit. Remember, these are unbreakable units, so we need to actually get to the flank and use our arrows properly.
Swiftly. Archers.
Shades of dual weapons. So yeah, we got to get around behind the flank of this.
Apace.
Yeah, channeling spire or not, we're just not picking up much reserve.
Archers.
Let's actually go through this little gap here. Man, those dread knights, they just don't give up.
We go. As you say. Moving out. Loyal.
Okay, now we've got a nice flank. We can hit these Hargoneth executioners. I don't know what I'm waiting on here. I guess Christmas.
Sinner.
High mage.
Wow, that is a cheap Earthblood. Alright, these Blackguard need to go.
Understood.
Let's bring these
Without
units
fail.
up over here.
We go. Archers.
Let's go ahead and start targeting down here into the Blackguard. We're losing our Lothern Sea Guard with shields here, unfortunately, but man, did those guys hold out. Like, just beautifully. I hope we don't lose the unit as a whole because it's got so many chevrons.
Loyal guardian.
Prince of Alpha.
I don't have a channeling spire. They're dead almost to the last man. Get out of there so I can... I don't know if the healing will help keep him alive or not at this point.
For the king.
White lions.
So we can just kill off the rest of these Dark Elf units here. We're killing a lot of our own units, unfortunately.
Outward mage.
Go ahead and heal those guys up a bit. Just a couple of Sisters of Slaughter left here. That should be the end of the Sisters. Got ourselves a victory. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Heir of Carthage signing out for now. I will be back with some more Alarielle much sooner than it took last time. So I will see you then.